right, what's up everybody? Welcome in. We got 30, I think I counted 32 orders going out. I always forget to count. Let me count really quick. We have 24 eBay, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34 orders going out the door from this weekend. We had a sale on every platform, so it was a good weekend in the sales. Not as much as last weekend, I think. I think we had more last weekend, but that's okay. I stopped listing, I think Friday, and started listing again Saturday, Sunday, so that probably hurt sales a little bit, but that's okay. We're going to ship them all out. What's up, Bobby? We're going to ship them all out this morning with you guys. Real quick, as you guys are coming in and watching the replay, we are going to have a Whatnot show this weekend. It's probably going to be Saturday. I'm going to schedule the show tonight, so we're going to schedule that Saturday night Whatnot show. It's probably going to be somewhere between 50 to 100 items, so make sure you go bookmark the show when I put it up. And if you haven't signed up, go get your free $15 for Whatnot. That's linked in my bio. It's literally free money. You just sign up with a new account. Whatnot gives you $15 to spend for free. So that is in my account, or that is in my bio. If you're watching on Facebook, it's in my pinned post. Go to my pinned post, find my link tree, and it should be like the third or fourth link down. And sign up through that link, and you'll get $15 to spend. You can spend it on my show, or you can spend it on anybody's show. It doesn't matter. But yeah, this Saturday we're going to do another Whatnot show. We might get back into weekly Whatnots now that we're heading back into winter time. We have a ton of jackets, so we're probably going to do weekly Whatnot shows again. Might have some smaller shows and then some bigger shows down the road, so should be fun. What's up, everybody? Everybody's hopping on in. I'm missing some people coming in. Elliot's here, TJ's here, Blended's here, Bobby's here. What's up, everybody? All right, let's go ahead and get started because we got a lot of orders to ship today. Let me head over my spreadsheet really quick. Hopefully you guys had good sales this weekend. Feel free to drop some of your sales down in the chat. I'll read a couple of them as I'm shipping out my orders. But the first order I'm going to ship out is going to be this Tommy Bahama. This is a simple Tommy Bahama polo. I believe I got this from the TJ Maxx event. We paid $15 for this polo and it sold for 30 bucks over on Depop. Remember, Depop fees are basically nothing now. They only charge you as a seller, they only charge you a transaction fee, so it's usually like $1 or $2 on something like this. So nice little profit on that from the TJ Maxx haul. What's up, Mark? Welcome in. Welcome in. This is our only Depop sale from this weekend. We literally just had one. I accepted like 4 or 5 offers this weekend on Depop, but only had one convert to a sale. Everybody doesn't like to pay. I had one person literally right after I accepted the offer was like, oh, by the way, this isn't my size, so I won't be paying for it. I was like, oh, so don't offer on it. What's up, K-Cat? What's up, Angel? Welcome in. By the way, you guys liked that tie post yesterday. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. It's just a simple post, but for some reason, tie sales are so satisfying. We're going to have some ties that we're going to pack up on live today. But I had over 100 people request me to create part 2 of that, so I will be creating part 2 of that probably today and putting it out later today, going over the majority of my tie sales. I'll try to fit as many as I can. I think I can only do 7 in a carousel post, so I'll do 7 and then I'll see if you guys want more. But yeah, you guys like that tie post, so we'll have to put another one of those out. Does linen sell all year? Yes, linen does sell all year. It sells better in the summertime, obviously, but it'll still sell in wintertime, especially long sleeves. Your opinion, Apple Mac Air? I have no clue. I don't sell many Apple products. I don't sell iPhones and stuff like that. So that is easy to look up. All you have to do is literally like look up the exact model number that's on the back of your phone, or go within your settings of your phone or your computer and look up the model number, and you can literally find exactly what they're selling for. Depop stresses me out. It stresses me out too. What's up, Trisha? All right, next sale is going to be a Mercari sale. This is a smart wool sweater. This guy actually bought this sweater and then requested it shipped UPS. Now I sold it via Mercari shipping, so this was going to go USPS, so I told him he had to cancel, and then I had to put free shipping on the item, charge more for the item, and then ship it out UPS for him, because for some reason he said that in his area UPS doesn't deliver. So I was like, okay, well, we'll have to work around this, but we were able to do it. So this sweater sold for $35 and it cost me only $5.89 to ship this UPS. So he told me to ship it ground saver, which gets delivered by USPS, but he told me in his area it doesn't. So I was like, okay, I'll ship it how you want me to ship it. But yeah, very, very weird interaction with that guy. I don't know why USPS wouldn't deliver to your address. That doesn't make any sense to me, but he wanted it, he demanded it, and so we got it done. So we'll take it. What's up, Carolyn? I hate that about Depop. I sold the same pair of shorts 10 times, no joke. Yep, I have items that I've sold literally 10 times on there. They're still sitting on there because people don't pay. It just doesn't make any sense. How much memory is enough to buy? For use, sorry. Oh, for use. So iPhones, memory doesn't really matter too much because you can get the cloud service where everything can get just downloaded into the cloud. But I went with the 1 terabyte because I make videos. I think that's like overkill for most people. Somewhere between the base model and that model is where you want to be. So like 64 gigs, something around there, would be perfect for the amount of pictures you're going to be taking, because you're going to be using a lot of your memory just off of pictures, and then use the cloud service and download all those, and you won't have to worry about it. Which brand bag sells the best? Bag? I don't sell many bags, so I can't really answer that. We don't sell many purses or bags. Does Depop mess up auto posture every time you accept and someone doesn't pay? No. Auto posture only will pull down the listing when the item has officially sold, so you don't have to worry about that. How many items do you post a day? We try to post anywhere between 20 to 40 a day. We're like in between both of those. Computer, again, you don't really need a crazy amount if you're just doing eBay, because all your photos are going to go to your phone. So even the base model computer should be enough for you. I got the 1 terabyte or 2 terabyte, I think it's 2 terabyte laptop, because I edit videos on it. So you don't really need anything crazy if you're just going to use it for eBay. You should be good with just a basic computer. All right, next up is another Mercari sale. We'll do all the Mercari sales back to back. This is a Peter Millar Summer Comfort Polo. It's got a really good print to it. You can see it's like an all over print. Picked this up for $22, and this sold for $48 on Mercari. I took a best offer on this one because remember, Mercari has no fees for sellers, so we literally just make that as a profit. So 48 minus 22 is what we made. Ground advantage through USPS, been hot or miss rural areas, certain states. Had one package take about 2 weeks to get to customer. Gotcha. Yeah, we did ground saver on that one, so hopefully he's okay with that. But he just basically said they don't deliver at all. I was like, I think they deliver everywhere. So I came to see what you're packing. Thank you so much for being here, Felix. I really appreciate that. I missed you. I missed you in your comments. You haven't commented in weeks. Do you use Posh Sidekick? Do you know anything about it? No, I use Auto Posture. Auto Posture way better than Posh Sidekick. Does the same exact thing for sharing, except it delist, relist on eBay, Poshmark, Mercari, sends out offers on eBay, Poshmark, Mercari, and then also allows you to cross list too if you want to cross list. So in my opinion, it's light years ahead of almost every service. I actually found out this weekend after talking with a couple people, finding out how Vendoo works. So I always got those questions when I was on live. Is it easy to transfer your listings over to Auto Posture? And in my brain, it's like, yeah, that's easy. You just press a button. And they're like, oh, we're coming over from Vendoo, so we want to know. I didn't realize with Vendoo how hard it is to actually move all of your listings over that is currently listed. If you were to take your listings, let's say you were using Auto Posture and try to switch to Vendoo, you would have to import all of your eBay listings and then go individually and import each and every one of your Poshmark listings, each and every one of your Mercari listings, and each and every one of your Depop listings. So for me, that would be 6,000 plus listings that I have to go through and individually copy the link and then download it into Vendoo. So whenever I got that question, I didn't understand why I was getting that question so much. It's because of that. With Auto Posture, you literally just press a button and it brings all of your listings in from all 4 of your platforms. It's super duper simple. I know, Surfs is always dissing the Tennessee Titans. I don't care about that guy. How do you start your inventory systems? You use totes to store merchandise. Salma, I actually have a video on YouTube about the bins and the box method, so go check that out. It'll answer all your questions. If I sell perfume, how do I ship it? You have to ship it ground services. You cannot ship most perfumes through air services, so you can't ship them priority. They have to go ground advantage or UPS ground. An item on eBay 4 days ago and the person has not paid yet. How should I handle this? You can cancel the order and use the buyer has not paid option, and it won't go against you at all. So that's what I would do. Just use buyer hasn't paid yet. If it's available to click, then you can use that option, but if it's not available to click, you have to wait like another day. So just check it out before you press that button. Next up, Polo Ralph Lauren Performance shirt, another TJ Maxx Marshalls find. We picked this up for $22. It is a good size too. It's a size 2XL. Really, really nice. Always look out for the performance ones because they sell really, really well. This one sold for $55. Good little sale right there. And this is going to go ground advantage. It's just going to go through the post office. So if you had to do this over again, what would you do differently? What would I do differently? If I had to do this all over again, I would start making content when I first started. That's what I would do. That way you guys would be able to see the entire journey from start till now. That's what I would do. Because people missed out the first like 3 years when I was working at the post office. They didn't see the grind from working at the post office and coming home and listing like every single night. 1 to 2 hours every single night. That's what I would do differently. Show that part that people didn't get to see. Next up, Vineyard Vines. Vineyard Vines. This is like a golf club and ball tie. It's a really cool little design on this one. Sold a bunch of ties this weekend, by the way. This one I posted my stories last night. I paid $6.42 for this, and it sold for $18.75 on Mercari. I'm obviously able to take lower offers on Mercari because there's no fees. So I made over $10 profit on this little tie right here. Super easy to list with my ties. If you check this out, check out my tie photos on eBay or Poshmark or wherever. I only take like 3 photos of ties, 3 or 4 photos, and that's it. So they're super easy to take photos of, super easy to pack. There were some people telling me that I should be packing these in boxes. I've actually sold quite a few ties, and I've never had a complaint yet from somebody saying that I should have packed it in a box instead of a poly bag. So I'm going to keep shipping it in poly bags until I get that complaint. Because for the most part, when you get a tie in, even if it gets wrinkled, you can easily get the wrinkles out with like a steamer. So I see why people would ship these in boxes because you're trying to make the customer super duper happy. But I personally think it doesn't really matter. Just ship it in the cheapest option available, which would be a bag over a box, because box adds a little bit of weight to this one. So there you go. That one's shipped out on Mercari. Tie sales on Mercari, which is crazy. Are you still selling on Whatnot? Yeah, I just made an announcement at the beginning of this live. We're doing a Whatnot show this Saturday. It's probably gonna be 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I haven't made the show yet, but download Whatnot, go through the link in my bio, go get your free $15 if you haven't already. It's gonna be a good show. We're gonna have somewhere between 50 to 100 items. Kayla's actually setting up the show right now, so yeah, so go bookmark that show. It should be a lot of fun. As soon as I get it up. Don't bookmark it yet because it's not up yet. Shut up, Surfs, go away. Second thing you wish you would have done differently, ties from the start. Yeah, learning ties. Yeah, I should have learned those a lot earlier. I don't know if I would have done that from the beginning though. I feel like from the beginning, if I would have started doing ties, I probably would have been discouraged because ties aren't super fast sellers as opposed to shirts and stuff like that. But yeah, I should have probably learned the tie section a lot earlier. So ties are heavy silk, they unwrinkle quickly when hung up. Yeah, that's what I feel too. Even the ties that I have like in bags over there, they get wrinkled and I just lay them out for a day, and by the next day I can take photos of them. They're easy. So I stick cardboard with the ties so it doesn't get folded more in shipping. Weight doesn't cost extra. Ties are easy to steam and dry clean. Yeah, I would just throw them in a poly bag. But I get why people would do that. If you have like a huge tie following and people are coming back to buy ties from you, 100% I would say, if you have that clientele and you're selling ties for good money, maybe take a little extra care. If that was a $100 tie, then yes, I would have probably put that in a box. But it's an $18 to $20 tie. Like it's not something super crazy. So, did you back away from selling new shoes on your Whatnot shows? Yes, we stopped doing that. There was a time when it was really good, and then a lot of people jumped on, which kind of hurt the market. Will we explore it again soon? Maybe. But not right now. I think clothing is the way we should go. We're known for clothing. We're not known for shoes, so I'd rather do clothing on Whatnot. But maybe in the future. I'm not going to say no because there could be a time where I bring that back. There could be. All right, let's ship out some Poshmark sales. I got all my Poshmark labels over here. Let me grab them really quick. LL Bean. This is just a simple LL Bean shirt. I'm trying to move these before winter, before I list some new ones. So this is an older LL Bean listing. We paid $4.28 for this, and it sold for $18 over on Posh. Not a huge sale, but it still made about a $10 profit on an LL Bean flannel, which is a brand I usually back in the day would pass up. But now if I get them cheap enough and they're a nice flannel shirt, I'll pick them up. But they got to be around $4 to $5 for me to buy them. So yeah, if you guys are watching, wherever you're watching, make sure you're tapping the screen. Make sure you're liking the live if you're watching on Facebook or YouTube or over on Instagram. Should be a little bit of a longer live because we have quite a few sales this morning, but I'll try to get through them pretty quickly. Oh, I need my tape. Boom, boom, boom. Had quite a few Poshmark sales this weekend. We had 5 over on Posh, which is good. We actually had 5 on Mercari, but I had to cancel an order on Mercari because it sold, and it sold during the like 2 weeks ago when Autoposher was down for the weekend on Depop, and I forgot to take it off all the platforms. So yeah, I double sold something, which happens every once in a while. What's up, Obabs? Next up, we got some G4 shorts. This is a men's pair of G4 shorts. I picked these up from TJ Maxx and Marshalls. I got these for $37.43. I kind of overpaid for these. The market's a little flooded, so I'm just trying to move these at this point. This one sold for 51 bucks, so very, very little profit on that one. But that's okay. I'm going to sell through these pretty quick because these camo G4 shorts are good. Back in the day, something like this would have probably sold for like 70, 80 bucks. But when I went to TJ Maxx and Marshalls, I found a ton in my area, and I guess other resellers did too. And now the market is completely flooded on these G4 shorts. So get them out, get our money back on those, and then focus on buying some new stuff. All right, that one's shipped. Next up, we got a bundle sale. Let me see really quick. Bundle sale, which is this one and this one. 2 Vineyard Vines shirts going out the door. This one is... Oh, we don't have the cost. She forgot to put the cost in there, but we sold both of these for $35. If I had to guess, we only paid like $4 or $5 a piece for each of these. Nice little bundle sale over on Poshmark. Hit 100 listings on eBay this weekend and also got my first $50 net profit sale on Poshmark. Let's go. Shout out to All the Knowledge. What did you sell for $50 net profit? That's a really good sale right there. How do you guard your shipping address? I don't guard it at all. Zero guarding of my shipping address. It is not guarded. I don't have a P.O. box. I just use my home address. I know some people would be like, you're crazy. Yeah, I haven't had any issues with people showing up my door, and I do have a very, very, very large dog, and she doesn't like people very much, especially new people. So you can try to come in here, but she'll eat you alive. Do you think that it's true on all patterns on the G4 shorts? That pattern specifically is like flooded. So if you go to G4 shorts and you go scroll through eBay, you'll see the camo ones, like tons and tons listed. But that's not the same for all patterns. There are other patterns that aren't flooded, so other items might be worth a pickup. Donald Pilner loafers. I have never picked up Donald Pilner loafers, so there you go. That's good. $50 net profit on that. Let's go. Next up, we got a Bad Birdie polo. Picked this up for. This is a Kayla pickup at TJ Maxx and Marshalls. We only paid $16 for this Bad Birdie polo, and this one sold for 35 bucks. I think this might be the last Bad Birdie polo, women's Bad Birdie polo that we have left. So the other couple sold like super fast. This was the last one to sell. I think we actually listed this one last too. And yeah, sold quick. So be on the lookout for Bad Birdie items at TJ Maxx and Marshalls, especially women's. I found that women's Bad Birdie and women's Peter Millar actually sells a little bit better than men's items. Like Peter Millar women's dresses sell super fast, and they sell very, very well for good money. We found some new without tags at TJ Maxx and Marshalls, and we still picked them up because of how well they look like they sell online. And I think I've already sold 1 or 2 of those Peter Millar dresses already too. Next up, we got some cool pants. Pick these up. These are women's pair of cool pants for $10.70. These sold for 22 bucks. Not a huge profit sale on that. I don't know why I took such a low offer, but I'll take it. It's out the door, 22 bucks, $10.70. I only made like $7 profit on that, which isn't good. Normally these go for more, especially because they're jeans. So maybe I accepted a low offer on accident on those. Maybe I thought they were like leggings or something. You want to say hi to the people? The peeps?
Hello, peeps.
Hi peeps.
Hello, peeps.
Another Bad Birdie polo in there.
Oh, there is? Oh, we sold the other one?
I
Nice.
think that's the last one.
Oh, so both of them are gone? Nice. All right.
Bye-bye, peeps.
Bye-bye, peeps. Getting back into it, we got some Brooks Brothers items that sold, or this Brooks Brothers item sold together. Sorry, this is a suit. So this is a two-piece suit. We paid $10.70 for both of these together at a red, white, and blue, because red, white, and blue puts them, if they can find sets, they put them together. This sat for a very, very, very long time, but it finally sold for $92. I'll take it $10.70 into $92 plus shipping over on eBay, and this is just going to go into one of these priority mail boxes. I get these free from USPS.com. Could I ship this Ground Advantage? Probably, but I'm okay paying a little bit more and using a post office box instead of trying to find my own box to use. So we're going to ship this out just like this. Throw them in here. They both should fit in here pretty snug. It might be a little tight fit actually. The suit's a little thicker. And peel this off and ship it out. Easy peasy. If this was a regular suit, if it was just the suit and not the pants to go with it, I would ship that out in a poly bag, but because it's both, it's easier just to throw them right into a priority mail box and ship them out like this. And this is gonna weigh 3 pounds, 1 ounce. So I'm going to put it in as 3 pounds, 2 ounces, because it's 3.19. And this box is 12 by 3 by 13. 12 by 3 by 13. It's going to ship out for $11.06. Buyer paid $14.50. So I'm making a little bit of profit on shipping on this one. If you guys have any questions, feel free to drop them in the chat as I'm shipping. This is a good time to ask questions about shipping or about listings and stuff like that, because I can answer you in real time. I get a lot of questions on like my videos and stuff, but if you come in here to these lives and ask, I can answer your questions right away. If not, just hang out, see what sold. You're on to eBay, so this should go by pretty quick. Next up, this is a Kayla pickup. This is a Grayson top. It's brand new with the tags. We picked this up for $16.05. Yes, we did pay up for it, but Grayson's a really, really good brand. This one sold for $42 over on eBay. This was probably a red, white, and blue find if I had to guess. Almost certain we found this at red, white, and blue. Boom, boom. Shipping out 7 ounces. I purchased a lot of Peter Millar polos at TJ Maxx, Marshalls, Yellow Textiles. Able to sell a few, but a lot are sitting. Will they? Yeah, you're not going to sell those super fast anyway. It's okay to sit on those for fall and winter because those will be good Christmas gifts, and that's how we're thinking of it. But yeah, don't think that if you buy them at TJ Maxx and Marshalls, because you just bought them 2 weeks ago, the chances of you selling clothing that fast is pretty slim to none already. Unless you price them at like the bottom of the market. But if you get ones with good patterns and stuff, I'd actually price them high and let them sit for a little bit, because trust me, they're gonna sell, especially wintertime. That's why we buy so heavy in the summertime sale, is because we carry that stuff over to Christmas, and it's always good to have more new with tag items in your store Christmas time than pre-owned items in your store Christmas time, because pre-owned sales kind of get hurt a little bit during that time of year. But if you have a ton of new with tag stuff, your sales will skyrocket during that time of year. What's your top sites for the beginners? I'm on Poshmark, but things are slow. I would say cross-list your stuff to eBay. I actually started on eBay first. There's just more buyers on eBay, so you'll have more sales. I just listed about 11 items and looking into growing more into a seller. It is a bit overwhelming in the beginning. Any advice? Watch a ton of free content online. If you ever had any questions about your how to ship or something like that, just type it into YouTube. Go in and say, how do I ship shoes? If you don't know how to ship shoes, and I'm sure there'll be hundreds of videos that pop up. Watch a few of them, get a couple ideas on how they're shipping shoes, and then apply that to your business. You can pretty much Google and search any question that you have about your business, either through Google or YouTube, whichever way is better for you. If you're a reader, then do it through Google. If you're a visual learner, then do it through YouTube. Super easy. How many orders did you get on eBay on average? How many orders do I get on eBay on average? Hold on, I can give you eBay this year, however many days we've had in this year. I don't know how many days we've had in this year, but I'll give you my total number of eBay sales, is 1,873 total sales. I don't know how many that is per day. So just take the day we're on for the year and divide it by 1873, and that'll get you exactly how many sales we have per day. 1873 total sales this year on eBay. I did that from a spreadsheet. How did your live sales go on list? It didn't go as good as I thought it would, but we didn't have the normal inventory. I wanted to do that trial live with the lower end inventory to see how it would go. I think I'm going to try it again with higher end stuff and see how the higher end stuff does. We've already done really good. We've been really successful on selling thrifted items. Like right after we go thrifting, we come home and do a show. I think we did one show where we showed 50 items and we sold like 30 of the 50 items that we showed. So that was a really successful show. That's why I thought this show would be a little bit more successful. But we'll have to try some more things. I think the selling, the like haul videos, like while we're showing a haul and selling during that time, I think those will always do really good. So I'm going to try more of those in the upcoming weeks. I don't know if we're going to do live thrifting this week because Chris is coming down. We might still do it on Thursday, but it'll be a different kind of live thrift. It'll be just me like hovering around the store and trying to find like super high end stuff because I'm going to leave some stuff for Chris because he's traveling down to get some stuff for himself. Any news on when Autopasher might add a new platform? She's teased it. She hasn't told me which platform she's thinking of adding, but she's definitely looking into adding a platform. So I don't know yet. I don't have any inside information on that. Poshmark deleted my listings with no communication and why. Is that common? No, they shouldn't delete your listings like that. You should reach out. You probably have an email that says why they deleted it. If not, just reach out to them. Hope you're having a great day. I hope you're having a great day too, Candy. I just woke up like an hour ago and now we're shipping. So I'm having a good day. We're shipping out some sales. I sell vintage train case luggage, and it was my first year. I learned a hard way that inventory is 75% less in the spring and summer. All my winter purchases were at the super premium first year lessons. Yeah, buy winter items during the off season. That's when you get the best deal on winter items. All right, let's ship out the next order. This is a Polo Ralph Lauren sweater. This is a good one. It's got like a embossed print on the front. Can't see it because it's in the package. But I picked this up for only $8 locally in a bulk buy. It's pretty much what I pay on most bulk buy purchases, is right around $8. This one sold for $34.99 plus shipping. Good sale. It's a 2XL. It's got that like puff print on the front. It's just a good Polo Ralph Lauren piece. That's why it sold for so much. When you had a job while you were selling, how often did you source and list? I tried to source on the way home like every day from work. I was pretty crazy about it. Like I would go to, there was a Salvation Army right down the street from my from the post office. So I would stop at the Salvation Army on the way home. And then after I did that on like Monday, then Tuesday I went to a different Salvation Army that was a little bit farther away. There was a Goodwill that was right down the street, so I'd stop at Goodwill. If I ever got out of work early, I would go to a farther away thrift store. I would just go thrifting, and then on my days off, I would hit all the thrift stores that were like farther out from where I worked. So I used to work in St. Pete. If you know the area where I am, I used to work in St. Pete. So on those days, I would go all the way to Tampa and thrift in Tampa on my days off, and that's how I'd get enough stuff to list. And then at night, while the kids were in bed, while wifey was sleeping, I would be in here listing. Like for 2-3 hours. I wouldn't watch any TV. I would just list. Does Plato's Closet ever put stuff on sale? Yes, they do. They do 30, I think it's 30, 50, no, it's 50, 75, 90, and then dollar sales. It could be different in your area, so just check your Plato's or follow them on Instagram. That's like the easiest way to know when their sales are, when their sales and what their sales are. How long did it take you before you retired at the post office? I worked for the post office for 8 years. For 8 years total, I worked. I don't get like retirement or anything like that because I didn't stay long enough to get retirement. Could I go back and get retirement? Sure. I could go back and work like another, I think it's 10 years and then you get like basic retirement, or maybe it's 15 years. I don't know. So I could go back and work another 7 years, but I don't think I'm ever going to go back to that place. How are you guys doing on your death pile? We're actually doing really good. The TJ Maxx stuff is done. The stuff that you guys see in the corner, I don't know, can you guys see that over there? Yeah, that stuff is all bulk buy stuff that I've purchased over the last 2 weeks. So we got to get that done. And then we have like a couple more bags and then we're pretty much done with our death pile. And then back to going thrifting and finding some more stuff. Next up, there's a Peter Millar vest. This is like a puffer vest. It doesn't have any down in it. It's just a regular puffer vest. Pick this up online arbitrage for $40.42. and this one sold for $80.99 plus shipping. That's an auto posher sale. Auto posher sent out a 10% out offer, and that person accepted. So good sale on that one. I have a bunch of these still to sell, but it's good to see them starting to move now. Obviously during winter time, I think I'm going to sell out of all these. I have some really good pattern ones too. That's just a plain orange one. I have ones with like all over prints that I picked up end of season last season. I was buying a bunch of jackets and stuff. You guys haven't even seen I have a whole storage unit full of retail arbitrage that I picked up last year at the end of the season. Like really good stuff. Pendletons, more Peter Millars, Grayson pieces, like really, really good stuff. I think players just at the end of summer, pre back to school sale. Yeah, they usually do that. They'll do like a release of like shoes and stuff for back to school, and then they'll put everything on sale. Usually like a couple weeks after that. Do you guys recommend putting a minimum offer accepted on eBay? I don't. I just put my price and then I put best offer on, but I don't do a minimum. I don't do that at all. Could you do that? Yeah, sure. And then it'll auto accept for you. I don't choose to do that because I'd add another step to each and every listing that I have to add in a different price because everyone's going to be different, right? But what about the benefits? Yeah, the benefits. What about the benefits? You're missing out on the post office benefits. Next up, we got a Callaway Golf Vest. Callaway Golf Vest. Callaway is not a brand I usually pick up, but brand new with tags, it actually is a pickup. Paid $13 for this, and it sold super fast for $35.99 plus shipping. That's another Auto Posher sale. Auto Posher sent 10% out offer, and this person accepted because I had this listed at $39.99. So another good sale. Callaway golf items, if you can find them at TJ Maxx and Marshalls, brand new with tags, for usually around that $13 price or less. Sometimes you can get these for like $8 a piece if they're polos. Always a pickup. No matter what the pattern is, they will always sell. So yeah, I've never given that bolo before. I definitely didn't give it before this yellow tag event because I didn't want people going out and taking all the Callaways in my area. But it's a brand that usually just sits on the rack. No resellers pick it up, and they always sell super fast and super well. What's a death pile? It's just a pile of stuff that needs to be listed. It's either called a death pile or some people call it a profit pile. What's up, Flippin' Nurse? How many storage units do you have? Just one. Just one. The cost of the storage unit, I think it's like I think it's like 140 a month or something like that, and it's air conditioned one too. 140. I think it's like right around 140. I can't remember the exact price. I might be off a little bit on that. I don't ever look at it. I just put it right to the credit card, and it just charges the business card every week or every month. I like to call it a death pile, my opportunity pile. Yeah, some people call it opportunity pile too. Do you ever pick up Jeremy Pulitzer? No, I've never picked up anything Jeremy Pulitzer before. I've never even heard of it. Auto Posher, if you don't know what Auto Posher is, I have a video on YouTube about Auto Posher. It's a cross lister. It's a Posh bot, so it shares your listings for you and follows people back. It sends out offers on eBay, Poshmark, Mercari, Depop, and it relists on eBay, Poshmark, Mercari, Depop. So basically it takes your listings down for you and relists them once a month, so it keeps them fresh. Does all that for you. So if you don't know what that is, go check out my video on YouTube and then use my link, use code KWayShop, get your $5 off your first month if you are interested. There's also a free trial as well. Next up, Tommy Bahama. This is just a plain silk Tommy Bahama shirt, but it's new with tags. I found this at TJ Maxx for $20, and this one sold for $44.99 plus ship. Nice little double up on a Tommy Bahama. Do I pick up regular Tommy Bahamas with when they're plain patterned? No, I don't, because they usually don't sell very well. But if they're new with tags, it's a completely different story. People will pick them up if they're brand new with the tags. I have a pair of silver tab Levi jeans. How can I tell if they are vintage? There's a tag on the inside that says, if it says made in the USA, usually that's a key sign that they're vintage. Also on the back of the tag, there should be a date when they were produced. So it'll be like 08/99, and that'll be means it was made in the 8th month of 1999, so August of 1999. That's the easiest way to tell if they're vintage. Two ways. Also, you can just look up your tag and then look up other eBay listings and see if other people are calling them vintage. That should be fine too. Some people are wrong about their listings, but most people are correct. Can I use Auto Posher on the iPhone? Yes. You can use Auto Posher on the iPhone. You can cross list on your iPhone. And also the video that I did, not on YouTube, but I did another Auto Posher video that was all filmed on my phone. So I show you how to cross list literally on your phone. But yes, it's a web-based, so it doesn't have an app, but but you just go to autoposture.com, log in, and then you can start cross-listing. And then also, if you wanted to set up your like delist, relist, and everything, you can set that up on your iPhone or on your phone, and then you don't have to worry about fixing it. Like once you've set it once, you can set it and forget it, close out of your tab, and Autoposture will keep running in the background forever. I haven't changed my Poshmark, eBay, or Depop settings in probably 4 or 5 months, and it just keeps sharing, keeps delisting, relisting, all that for me. The only reason I have changed Mercari is because my Mercari unlinked itself, and then I had to relink it, so I had to redo everything. But otherwise, that would have been running forever too. Next up, another TJ Maxx Marshalls finds. I'm telling you guys, it's like the best sale because we're selling, like everything we're selling is from that sale. This is, I only found one of these. This is a Gators, Florida Gators Jordan polo. The Gator sign is over here. I can't show it. But we paid $16 for this. Only found one of these. It was a men's size 3XL, so it was a really good size. And this one sold for $35. Really, really good sale. I'll take it. Again, only found one of these when I was at TJ Maxx and Marshalls, so I knew it was a pickup. I knew it wasn't going to be flooded. And it sold really, really fast. Obviously, with college football coming back, things like this are going to sell really well for the next couple weeks, and then they'll probably slow down a little bit after that. So make sure you get all your college football and college stuff listed ASAP, because it's the time of year that stuff moves. And then right after that, start listing your jackets and your sweaters and things like that, because right after that, when you have that first cold snap, things are going to be moving when it comes to jackets and sweaters. So what's up, sweet dreams? Welcome in. Next up, we got another TJ Maxx and Marshalls find. This is a Polo Ralph Lauren Country Club short sleeve button front shirt. Picked this up for $15. Picked up a few of these. I've only found these at a couple stores, so I made sure I picked up all of them wherever I found them. And this one sold for $40.49. Go Bucks. Drop your college teams in the chat. I don't really have a college team, to be honest. I don't really watch too much college football, so I only watch NFL. But if you have a college team, drop it in the chat. How many apps and listings do you recommend to have and selling to make Autoposture worth the fee? Good question. I always say if you have around 200 listings on eBay and you're listing consistently every day, then Autoposture would make sense for you to get those items cross-listed to the other platforms. So yeah, around 200 listings, I would say, on one singular platform. Not 200 listings all together on all your platforms, but 200 on one platform. And then that'll start making sense, because then you can start moving your 200 listings over while bringing on new listings and introducing new listings, and Autoposture will pretty much pay for itself. Penn State, go Gators. Elliot, did you buy this polo off me? I think you bought the polo, didn't you? You're not a 3XL though. Razorbacks, Miami Hurricanes, Baylor. Look at all these. Look at all these college football people in my chat. Picked up 3 really nice sweaters this weekend. 2 Ralph Lauren, 1 Nautica. Nice. I don't really pick up too much Nautica to sell, to be honest. Got a Longhorns fan in the chat. Do you find the larger sizes sell best? Yes, bigger sizes typically always sell better. Going back to some tie sales. We got another tie sale. I posted this one to my stories last night too. Right before I went to bed, I sold this tie as well. This is a men's canali tie. We paid $4.28 for this tie, and it sold for $21.95 plus shipping. Buyers all in for $30 on this one. So good sale. Another tie sale. I love selling ties. I mean, look how easy it is. So I take 3 photos of these, I list them on eBay, and then they sell, and then you simply just throw them in a poly bag or a box if you're a box person and ship these out. And they're always super light to ship too. This one only weighs 3 ounces. So does Autoposture automatically pull my eBay listings over? Autoposture will automatically delist and relist your eBay listings once a month, as long as you have the settings set to do it once a month. You can set it however you want, but yes, it will automatically delist, and then what it does is not a typical relist. It actually creates a brand new listing with the same exact information for you, so it makes eBay think that you just listed a new item. So it's really, really good for your algorithm, your eBay algorithm. So yes, it does that for you. It also does that on Mercari and Depop as well, which is really good for Mercari and Depop because it's basically like a fresh listing. You move all the way back up to the top of search, and then It does it on Poshmark, but for Poshmark, delist and relist really isn't like huge. I know a lot of people like it, but it's not really that big of a deal. What's big on Poshmark is the fact that you're sharing all day, and that's what it does for you. Is it shares your closet all day long. You set it. I think I have mine set to share 4,000 times, so it shares 4,000 of my listings every single day. 4,000 listings get shared. But yeah, use my code $5 off your first month with code KWayShop. Next up, we have another tie. This is the Zegna tie. This is the one from that story post that everybody seemed to like. We only paid $2 for this tie in a bulk buy, like locally. It's crazy. $2 for this tie, and it sold for $26.99 plus shipping. Buyer was all in for $35. So margins on that one. That's like a after fees and everything. I'm probably gonna make around $20 profit on a tie, on a freaking tie. Could you imagine how many ties I've passed up while I was at thrift stores my whole entire thrifting career? I've probably passed so many ties with that much profit. And I'm just now getting into ties, and I'm happy I am. Because yeah, that's crazy margins on a tie. Golden Gophers. That's the first time I've ever heard anybody say Golden Gophers as their favorite team. I have to be honest with you. I thought, okay, thank you. I only have 100 listings, but sell about 5 every week. So yeah, I would wait till you get around 200. Otherwise, you're going to be paying for AutoPosher, and it'll pay for itself, but it won't pay for itself enough to make it make sense. So I'll never tell somebody to go out and get AutoPosher just to get an affiliate link hit. I think it has to be a certain point where AutoPosher makes sense for somebody like you. Next up, there's the other Bad Birdie that sold. So we should be out of Bad Birdie women's polos at this point. This is a women's extra small. We paid $16 for this at TJ Maxx and Marshalls. This one sold full price, $39.99 plus shipping. Really, really good sale. Another TJ Maxx and Marshalls sale. TJ Maxx and Marshalls sale. Yeah, Kelly, that's the first time. I've never heard somebody say that my favorite team is the Golden Gophers. First off, that doesn't even sound like a very ferocious team, to be honest. The Golden Gophers. Watch out, the Golden Gophers are going to get you. Golden Gophers. All right, 4 ounces is shipping out for $4.02. Going to Kentucky. I guess there's probably some worse NCAA team names that don't sound very ferocious either. Do you pick any brand ties as long as it's silk? So I'm still learning ties. There are certain brands that I'll pretty much pick up whenever I see them. So like a Brioni or a Canali tie, I pretty much pick those up anytime I see them. But no, just because they're silk, I won't pick them up, because if you go through the tie section at a thrift store, there's literally almost all of them are going to be silk. So really with ties, it's all about brands. It's all about brands. Look out for those big teeth. Your info and time is so helpful. Appreciate you being here. Next up, another Callaway item. I told you guys Callaway sells as long as you pick up the right stuff and at the right price. This is just a simple pair of Callaway golf shorts, just simple tan khaki colorway. Pick this up for $13, and these sold for $29.99 plus shipping. Another TJ Maxx find, a little double up on my investment. I like it. The Ducks, yeah, the Ducks, yeah. The Ducks logo looks ferocious, but yeah, you can't be scared of the Ducks. Although some ducks can attack you. Have you ever seen those videos of people getting attacked by like ducks and gooses and stuff? They're freaking lethal. I saw that one video. It's like a little girl like walking past a goose or something, and the goose just like attacks her. Yeah, I guess ducks could be ferocious. They're probably a little bit more scary than gophers. What's a gopher gonna do? Bite your toes? I'm newer. I've been collecting amazing clothes forever. So wondering, do you suggest only list on eBay, or do you suggest app to list and cross list? When you first start, I would say list on eBay. Once you start getting enough listings, like I was saying to the other person, around 200 listings, that's where I would say go get a cross lister. But for right now, you don't need a cross lister. You just need to get your stuff listed on one platform and start learning that one platform first. No, I would never say the Colts are going to win the Super Bowl ever in this house. That's illegal to say that. Yeah, Titans are winning the Super Bowl this year. Tell Surfs, he said that. He told me that. Next up, Tommy Bahama polo. This one is pre-owned. I got this at a thrift store. It's got a SMU hit on the front, so there's a college team. Picked this up for $6.38, and this sold for $26.99. Obviously, it probably sold because of college football coming back. So yeah, happy college football's coming back, because things like this are moving in my store. This has been sitting in my store for months with no action, and all of a sudden I get a full price sale on it. So I will take it. The lady in the back is busy going back and forth. Yeah, that's mom. She's listing and she's making her lunch right now, so she's going back and forth. That's mom. She's doing some listings. The chat's got an eye on you, mom. You better be on your P's and Q's.
Oh well.
They're watching you. All right, this one's shipping for $5.15. Buyer paid $6.75. In college on a fishing trip, I had a goose chase me, and it went through my legs. And funny pic. Yeah, see, gooses will attack you. Maybe not so much ducks. How do you research golf club logos? Usually I just use Google Lens. Google Lens is super easy to find a golf club logo, and if it doesn't pop up in Google Lens, typically that means it's like a local club, and which won't really be worth much. So usually I try to steer clear of the local golf clubs, just the smaller golf clubs. Next up, another cool sale. This is a women's cool top. It's a extra large. Pick this up for $4.28. It's like almost like a Henley top with the buttons on the front. $4.26 and the $24.99 plus ship. How do you research golf? Oh, I already answered that. I have over 300 listings on Poshmark, but want to cross list to eBay. Any advice? I would use, if you're looking for a cross lister, I would use Autoposher. Autoposher, you can literally download your Poshmark listings. It'll take you 300 listings. Will probably take Autoposher maybe 3 minutes to download all of your listings. And then once you have them downloaded, then you just start clicking buttons and listing them to eBay. It's super fast, super efficient. So yeah, if you're looking to move stuff, Autoposher is definitely the way to go. Is this live? No, it's not live. This is a replay, Scott. I'm answering you because I knew you were going to comment that hours later, and I knew this was going to happen right at this time of the live. It's weird. I knew that was going to happen. So okay, I have a question. I got a VERO and I screwed up on the other day and shipped 8 items late. Am I going to get dropped? No, you won't get dropped. You won't get dropped for shipping items late. Now your metrics are going to be hurt a little bit, and you might lose top rated seller if you had top rated seller, but they're not going to kick you off for that. VERO, by the way, VEROs are not the end of the world. Obviously, you don't want to get a VERO, and you can fight VEROs if you want to. If it was not warranted, you can try to fight it. It's usually hard to do it. I just normally ignore it. But I think you need 4 VEROs to get kicked off. I think the first one's a warning, the second one's a suspension, third one's a suspension for a longer period of time, and the fourth one is a ban, and that's within a year, I believe. You have to have 4 within a year. So if you had one and then 2 years later you have another one, you're back to only having one. It'll drop every year. I believe that's how it works. It's not live, you're dreaming. Exactly, you're dreaming. Any recommendations? Are you putting in bags after pictures? Do you number or organize? Yeah, so we take our photos and then we put the items into the bags and then into our boxes, and then all of these are numbered. So as soon as we make a sale, it's easy to find the item that's sold. We have a huge double booth with inventory. I just got to get online. There you go. Just get it listed. Start listing. VERO is a verified rights owner. Basically, if like Polo Ralph Lauren didn't want me selling this, they could reach out to eBay and say he's not allowed to sell this because it's a fake, or because he doesn't have the rights to sell that, and then my listing gets pulled, and eBay has to pull my listing. Based off the law, they have to pull the listing. So that's what a VERO is. It's not really that big of a deal unless you get a ton of them, and then you get kicked off. So try not to get VEROs. There's a whole VERO list on eBay if you want to read that. There are some brands on there that are VERO'd, but you can still sell them and you don't get a VERO hit for them. So yeah. Polo Ralph Lauren, this is a men's Polo Ralph Lauren. It's a long sleeve shirt. We picked this up for $20 at the TJ Maxx Yellow Tag event. This one sold for $44.99 plus shipping. List on eBay and then cross list instead of posting straight to Autoposher. That's what I do because it saves you a credit. If you list directly on Autoposher and then cross list from there, when you list on Autoposher to eBay originally, that's a credit that you just wasted. But if you list on eBay and then download your listings, you save yourself that 1 credit for that listing. So how I do it is I list to eBay, download my listings, and then I list to Poshmark, Mercari, Depop, because that only cost me 3 listings. If I were to list that in Autoposher and then list to all 4, that's another credit. And if you're doing like 20 listings per day, that's 20 credits that you wasted just because you listed it on Autoposher instead of on that platform itself. Seems like eBay has more required fields for listing compared to Poshmark. So I only fill out the required, that's it. Typically, eBay's required fields are like 5. They have about 5, depending on the item you're listing. Some have less, some have more. But I just fill out the required. I don't fill out the recommended. Unless it's like super easy as I'm scrolling down, I can see that I can fill some out just by clicking buttons. But I'm not going to go in and type all the recommended out. That's just crazy talk. That's way too much wasted time. Another TJ Maxx sale, another Polo Ralph Lauren item. Picked this up for $22, which is a Polo Ralph Lauren polo shirt, and this one sold for $44.99 plus shipping. It's an Autoposher sale. Autoposher sent out a 10% off offer, and this person accepted. Mercari, I'm upset with Mercari. They accepted a return for an item the buyer is trying to switch with their old garment. I cannot, and I can't not accept a return. So if that happens, I know it sucks. But that's a cost of doing business. Guess what? If you had your own brick and mortar store, I guarantee you would have more theft in a clothing store than you do online. Just imagine if you own like a Plato's Closet, how many people go in the dressing room, throw on a shirt underneath their shirt, and they walk out the front door and you'll never know. Probably way more than you'll ever have selling online. So if you do have a switcheroo happen every once in a while, I wouldn't worry about it. Just chalk it up as a business expense, write it off at the end of the year. It's bound to happen. There are good people in the world and there are bad people in the world. What's the dress hanging behind you? That's a women's Lily Pulitzer dress, brand new with tags. We're going to give that away on List It. If you missed the List It live, you can go rewatch it. It's on Facebook and YouTube. But I announced that we're going to give away that dress for $1. So you're literally going to make $1 offer on that dress. Depending on how many people offer on it, I'm going to create a one of those wheels on online, like the random name generator thing. And I'm going to select one person at random and accept their $1 offer. It's $1 with free shipping. So you're literally going to make a $1 offer and I'm going to accept it. One reason why we're doing that $1 offer thing is because when you make a $1 offer, you have to put in your card information. So if I ever want to do lives where I'm doing auctions, I need more people with their cards information so I can do auctions on List It. Because right now a lot of people are just using their PayPal, and I need credit cards to be able to do live auctions. So by doing this, you guys have to add your credit card information in, and at that point in time, now I can start doing some lives where I'm just running stuff for $1, kind of like what we do on Whatnot. So that will be put up at $1. I'm probably going to do it sometime today or sometime tomorrow because I got to talk to the guys. They got to create a special listing for me that only has offers available, no price, just offers. So yeah, that's a women's Lily Pulitzer dress, and the retail on that is $188. So some lucky person's going to get it for $1. Let me grab some more poly bags really quick. I'll be right back. I ran out of poly bags. I had to get another one. What's up? What's up, yo? Need to hear that. I was hundreds of items that never happened to me. Yeah, it's gonna happen every once in a while. I've had a switcheroo happen only like once or twice with me, and I've sold thousands and thousands and thousands of items. So it barely happens. It doesn't happen too often. And trust me, if you sell on Amazon, if anybody in my chat sells on Amazon, you already know how many switcheroos happen on Amazon. There's so many on Amazon that happen. People will buy something on Amazon, know that they can just return it for whatever reason, and they'll take the item and switch it out for another item. I've seen videos on TikTok and Facebook and YouTube showing that. So yeah. Is it a size 4? It's just a size small for that one. On what platform? That's going to be on List It. Listit.net, that's the platform that I run with the guys over at District. So that's going to be on List It. I'm going to put that as a post and a story post with a direct link. So follow me on Instagram and Facebook, and you'll see when that comes out. But yeah, it should be either today or tomorrow. I was trying to figure out how to do it last night. I couldn't figure out how to make the specific offer listing. So I got to talk to the guys over at District to help me make that listing. And that way I'll know how to do it from now on. I'll be able to tell you guys how to do it too. Next up, we got a Polo Ralph Lauren flannel shirt. Picked this up for, I don't have a price I paid for this, but I bought this retail arbitrage, not at TJ Maxx or Marshall's, another store. I believe I paid somewhere around 25. I'd have to go back and look at my old receipts to figure out what I paid for this. But it sold for $62.99 plus shipping. Really good, like Christmas colorway on that one. Listed is LYSTIT. LYSTIT.net. You just go to LYSTIT.net. It should also be in my link tree, I believe. Or if you're watching on Facebook, just go watch the live that we did like 2 days ago, and that'll have a direct link to Listed as well. We ran a show on Listed this weekend with like cheaper inventory, but it was all like pretty much $5. And all of you, if you use code KWayShop, you get $5 off your first purchase. So basically all of that stuff was pretty much free. You just had to pay shipping for it. So go watch that live. You can still claim items after the live has been posted too. So if you want to see how it works and all that stuff, how it looks, go watch that live. It's on Facebook and YouTube. The replay. But my Goodwill had to close all the dressing rooms because people would steal like that. Yep. See, Goodwill's losing stuff too. So don't feel too bad about it. I want to lessen my description details. Do you think it will increase returns? No. Depends on how you do your listings. If you're listing clothing, I would say at least have measurements either in your photos or in your description, but your description doesn't have to be too long. I just use a template for my description. So it basically I copy and paste my title and just put in my measurements, and then I'm done. And I'm actually thinking about switching the way we do it to doing photos of measurements, but I have to switch up my lighting setup. But yeah, you don't need a ton of information in that. So yeah, LYSTIT. Yep, list it. Next up, Eton shirt. I see these all the time at Red, White, and Blue. Red, White, and Blue, if you're watching this, your Eton shirts are way too overpriced. I'll prove it to you. This Eton shirt, we picked this up locally for $8. That sat in my store for months. And I finally got a $17.99 sale on this. So at Red, White, and Blue right now, they have like 4 of these things listed for $80. Like these will never sell for $80 anymore. They're not even close to an $80 shirt. They retail for like $250, but they do not resell for anywhere close to that. So this is, Mary just joined Listed. This is a brand that used to sell very well. I used to be able to get $35 to $40 for these shirts. I do not get that anymore. They're super hard to sell. That's why I usually always pass them up at thrifts. Eton. That's a super old listing, by the way. That's why we still have it. I have had that listed since I think last year. So don't pick up the Eton shirts. You give your mailman a good Christmas gift? Yes, we usually give our mailman tips throughout the year too. We just give them the 20 and tell them don't tell your supervisor. I wanted to apply, but I don't have social media platforms. I love listing Death Pile. So the cool thing with List It, and I've explained this a couple times and I'll explain it again, is you do not need social media to do List It. If you are selling good items at good prices on live and I see that you're doing a good job, I can literally hop into your live and put your live on my Facebook and YouTube page, just like I'm able to put my live on my Facebook YouTube page, and my viewers are able to buy your items through my live. So you put the claim number up. So let's say you're selling these Bioberquin shorts and you're like, hey, these sold for $112. These shorts usually sell for $112, but I'm trying to get rid of these. So I'm selling these right now for $75. And I see you're doing a good job. You're selling some items, or you're trying to sell some items. I can take your live and push it to my Facebook crowd where I have 150,000 followers. That's a huge benefit over Whatnot, because Whatnot, you got to pull the people in. List It, I can bring the people straight to you. As long as you're doing a good job. I'm not going to just put anybody up. If you're selling like low-end brands and you're trying to get like $20, $30 for them, I know people aren't going to buy those. I'm not going to put that live to my Facebook page. But if you're selling really good stuff, Lily Pulitzer, Lululemon, things like that, I can bring that to my Facebook page because I know you're going to make sales. But by the way, these are Bioberquin shorts. You guys saw this in one of my videos from TJ Maxx and Marshalls. I had so many comments on there like, $59 is too much. You're paying too much. You'll never make profit on those. $59 for these, and these sold for $112.49. I still have 3 more pairs to sell, by the way. So Bioberquin is a really, really good brand, and I made plenty of profit on that. I made like a, $40 profit on something I found at TJ Maxx and Marshalls. I'll take that all day. Yes, I did pay up a little bit for them, but I'll take it all day. I currently spend about 20 minutes per listing with all the item specifics and a super detailed description. Yeah, don't do a super detailed description. Just repost your title. To be honest, most people don't even look at the description because the amount of returns I get for item doesn't fit. It tells me that people don't look at the description. They're looking at your photos. Your photos are what brings your person to your listing and makes your buyer buy that listing. Your photos are key. And then your title is what gets it in search and pushes it to the top of search. Those are like the two key things. Your description is just like the cherry on top. That's all it is. I need to go back and see if they drop that 80 price. Oh, of the Viable Quinn shorts? Yeah, you should. Go back and check. Go back and check. Next up is the FootJoy sweater, just a simple FootJoy sweater. I think I picked this up and this is in one of my videos. I can't remember. Paid $10.70 for this thing and it sold for $26.99 plus ship. These FootJoy sweaters sell way better than the polos. They sell way faster than the polos. If you can find one with a good pattern on it, they'll sell even better and even faster. So be on the lookout for these. What is the brand that you just mentioned? Vilebrequin. 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 I think it's pronounced like Vilebrequin. I just pronounce it Vilebrequin. I don't know how to pronounce it. I just know how to sell it. That's all you have to do. You don't have to know how to pronounce these things. Yeah, you can use the AI description too if you want to do it. I think the AI description is an okay option if you just want it to fill out super fast, but it also adds a whole bunch of stuff that you don't need in there. Like this FootJoy sweater would be great to wear on the mountains and keep you warm during the winter time. Like it adds all that stuff in there that you don't really need. It like gives like a story about your item. Who's reading a story? Do you pay postage for returns? Some items I have buyer pays return shipping, others I pay return shipping. It just depends on the item. Yeah, just depends on the item. Like this right here is a Levi's pair of jeans. Picked this up for $13.38. Buyer paid $28 plus shipping for these. For jeans and pants, I always do buyer pays return shipping. So buyer pays shipping and to return them because jeans and pants are like one of my most returned items. Because if they don't fit like perfectly, a lot of people like to return them. So that's why I do buyer pays return. That way I'm out no money. If they do decide to return them, I'm like, okay, I'll take them back, but you got to pay to return them. So yeah, that's what I do with those. Just sold and bought 1/4 zip for $6 and sold for $89. Let's go. What for the Vilebrequin? Is that what you're talking about? Or the FootJoy? All right, this one's going to Texas for $7.17. Buyer paid $11.60. And typically I don't get returns on these because this buyer paid $11.60 to ship it, and if they wanted to return it, they'd have to pay $11.60 back, which means they would be out $23.20 for these, and they only paid $28 for the jeans. So typically that keeps the buyer from returning jeans and pants. Again, one of my most returned items is jeans and pants. And we're almost done, chat. Last 3 sales. I listed like pretty much all the trains we have left are listed at this point. They're ready to go before Christmas time, but we did sell a couple of them this weekend. This right here is a caboose car. That's what it looks like right there, little caboose car. Paid $325 for this one, and it sold for $19.99. This is another caboose car. Did this go to the same person? Yeah, it went to the same person. No, it didn't. I almost have the same exact name, but it's not the same person. Another caboose car right there. This one sold for $19.99. I paid $325. And then this is a locomotive car. Again, $325 is what I paid for this, and this one sold for $76 plus shipping. Really, really good sale on that one. Little Bachmann caboose car. I'm gonna wrap those up off live because I got to add a bunch of packaging to those so they don't get all destroyed in shipping. But yeah, really good sales. It's over $100 in sales, and I paid less than $10 for all 3 of those trains. So good sales right there. Do you ever sell Columbia brand much stuff? I don't sell too much Columbia, but new attack Columbia will sell. And old vintage Columbia, like the camo down jackets, those will move very well too. When you purchase at TJ Maxx, do you leave the original price tags? I leave the brand price tags on. The brand price tags. I do not leave. So like with this Untuckit shirt, this wasn't from TJ Maxx, by the way. But this Untuckit shirt, I leave the Untuckit brand tags on, but I pull the TJ Maxx tags off. Do not leave the TJ Maxx tags on. If it doesn't have the brand tags, but it does have the TJ Maxx tags, I still cut the TJ Maxx tags off and I list it as new without tags. Are you adding handling fees for eBay shipping? No, I do. How are you making a little extra on shipping? Easy. eBay charges the buyer retail rates and they give us the discounted rates as a seller. So that's how I'm able to make that little bit of money on each item that we sell, is because my my discounted rates are cheaper than the retail rates. They usually always will be. You can opt to give the buyers your discounted rates if you want to. I opt not to, so that's why you get a little extra on top. All right, chat. I'm gonna head off. I appreciate you guys hanging out. That's everything shipping out today. Again, we have a Whatnot show this weekend. I'm gonna probably load it up a little later today. It's gonna be Saturday night, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Make sure you come out. Should be a lot of fun. We're probably gonna do somewhere between 50 to 100 items. If you haven't signed up for Whatnot, there's a link in my bio to sign up, and you get $15 absolutely free. Whatnot gives you $15 credit to spend on any show as long as you create a new account through my link. It's also an affiliate link, so I do get a kickback for that too. So you get free money, I get a little kickback for it. So go sign up, $15 for free. Link in my bio. Come out this weekend. I should have that show set up, and then of course we're gonna give away this on List It sometime this weekend, probably on Saturday afternoon or maybe Sunday. I'll let that run till Sunday, and we'll do that for $1. So appreciate you guys hanging out, and we'll catch you tomorrow morning shipping out some more orders.